Norris Perry is a high school athlete who's used sports as his way out of Newark. He started playing basketball at a young age and now competes in other sports such as track. Norris is now ready for college, but there are no adaptive sports programs at the collegiate level in the Northeast. So what are the options for an athlete who was born with cerebral palsy?
This is where I started playing ball in the wheelchair with my peoples that used to be in here. 5 against 5. I was the only one in the wheelchair. I got up the hood when I was 16. So right there, it really hit me.
When Norris was 16, his mother decided their neighborhood was too dangerous. She arranged for him to move 10 miles away to live with Marta Hertz, who has been instrumental in getting Norris involved in adaptive sports. After deciding to leave Newark, the question now for Norris is where can he go to college while continuing to play competitive sports? He would prefer to stay close to home, but that doesn't seem possible.
Rutgers, which is the biggest school, doesn't have a program, right? Then that means everybody has to leave. All of us have to go. Because you just took the kid out of Newark, now you put him somewhere else and you can take him out of here and send him somewhere else. So he's successful? I can't do that to him. So that's the dilemma. And I don't have the answer for that one yet.
So you don't know?
Nah, I love New Jersey. That's why I didn't want to go to college.
That's the part, because that's the hard part, is he knows he has to go.
Some New Jersey athletes have chosen to go to University of Illinois, where adaptive and able-bodied athletes share the same track. Brian Seaman from Clarksburg, New Jersey, recalls his options when he was looking at colleges 10 years ago.
They said, well, you know, your options are sort of limited, but there's either University of Arizona or there's University of Illinois.
That was it.
And that was it. I didn't really have a problem with the distance. I know my parents did, especially their only child with a disability, and sending him, you know, 900 miles away. Go. That's a hard decision. Had Rutgers reached out to me, I would have said, hey, they have a program and they want me. You don't need this, you know, multi-million-dollar facility. You just need to provide these athletes with an opportunity.
Inside the Rehabilitation and Education Center, Stephen Koziel from Kearney, New Jersey, is weight training today. He dismisses the fears of liability from schools that don't have adaptive sports.
The only thing that I even have a remote idea in my head is liability. Unfortunately, it all comes down to money, lawyers, and lawsuits. It's just the preconceived notion of having a disability and being fragile. They're not the same thing. I mean, yes, I have CP, but I can bench 230. Does that sound fragile to you? By them not starting their program, they're not even giving themselves a shot. And they're losing out on so much talent. I wouldn't want to say it's the discrimination, but it's the stigma that leads to the discrimination.
Stephanie Wheeler is the coach of the women's wheelchair basketball team at Illinois. She was asked by Rutgers to be part of an advisory committee if they ever decide to pursue an adaptive sports program in New Jersey.
So it's really nice when you walk into the building every day, you can see the history of our program and what it is you're doing and why you're here and what you're working for. And knowing that I am strong, empowered, and capable to live whatever life I choose to live. That's what I learned from playing competitive sport. And I think that's what our student athletes miss out on when they don't have these opportunities. Because I'm empowered with an education now. I'm empowered with self-confidence because of sport. You know, everything that I'm doing right now was because of my opportunity to play sport. And I think if you ask any of our student athletes, they would tell you the same thing.
Men's and women's track coach Adam Bleakney sums up why all students, not just able-bodied ones, should have the opportunity to play competitive sports.
The pleasure and the fulfillment of pursuing those opportunities. That is the spice of life.